welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Andrea and this is our September monthly wrap-up TBR video. These are all the books I read in September. At the beginning of this month, we did a random draw for picking out the books. I printed out all the covers of books that I have owned, that I have not read yet, and I just randomly drew them out of a hat. I picked 4 books, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I read one of those books that were on my monthly TBR. I did note down that there was one book that I was like really anticipating to read. It was one of my most anticipated reads, and I ended up reading that for majority of the month, and then I read one other book which I literally just finished the night before I was filming this video. So yes, but I'm very super excited to show you all the books I've read. To be honest, this is the second time I have filmed this video. The first time around the audio completely didn't work, so I'm hoping that this time right now that the audio is working, that I don't have to film this a third time. But let's get on into the books that I read. To start off this month, I read this was the last book I read that I just finished, The Spanish Love Deception. I am obsessed. I now understand why Aaron Blackford is loved by anyone who reads this book. Like, amazing. This book, I believe I gave it 5 stars. I, could not stop thinking about it, and I still cannot stop thinking about it. Like, Aaron Blackford, give me one of those. The next book is one of my most anticipated reads for the entire year, and that is The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I am obsessed with this series. I love Grayson, Jameson, the twists and turns that you get from this book series. Like, I'm obsessed, and I am so happy I spent the time and read it this month. This is the Indigo exclusive version. It is a purple cover, as you can see. The regular cover is just a plain black, and it is hard cover because all of my other ones are hardcover, so I needed it to match. Next up are 2 books that I did not read, unfortunately, this month, which was The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon and Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I was looking forward to reading both of these books this month, but I just didn't get around to it, so that is the reason why. Finally, last but not least, second last, the very first book that I read this month, which was a finishing up from last month's TBR. If you don't remember that video, I will put it in the cards or in the description down below if I remember, because we all know I'm very forgetful. But that is From Lukov with Love. I did it backwards. From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I love this book. I believe I gave it 4 or 5 stars. I don't exactly remember, because it was at the beginning of the month. The one thing that I do note is that this is the reprint copy of it that I have. I think I don't even know. I found this book very, I loved the actual reading of the book, but the book is very, very stiff. Like, my copy of it now is sticking out and sticking apart, just because I had to literally sit on my floor and try not even to break the spine, because you can barely break the spine. It's so stiff, but it was a good read. 10 out of 10, recommend reading this book if you have not already. I loved it. And then the last book that was on this month's TBR that I pulled out of a hat was the Bad Apples by L. Kennedy. That was on this month's TBR as my Kobo read of the month, but unfortunately I didn't get to that. All of the books that I have not read this month, so Reminders of Him, The Sun Is Also a Star, and Bad Apples, will go back into the jar for whenever I do the jar reading next, which probably will be in November, just because I have a plan for October's TBR, and you guys will have to come back tomorrow morning at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time to check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Let me know in the comments down below how many books you read this month and how successful you were in your monthly TBR. I will see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications, because I at least post twice a month with TBR and wrap-up videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!